Okay, we're back. Got to go get a few things. I'm not putting this on yet, so I can get this out of my way. What we need. Okay, I went and got the rocker boxes. We got the push rods right here. We got black and silver, I don't know which one's which. We got a fifth push rod here, which is for a clutch. So that I probably won't be putting in the motor. This I don't need. These are breathers here, I guess we gotta reuse those. That must be what all these gaskets here are. So that's two gaskets, I guess, not one. I wonder why they look so goofy. Alright, so a couple things we got to do here before we get any further. The first thing is we got to turn the motor over and make sure that the pistons do not nail the heads. That's one kind of important thing. Next is you want to make sure you blow these holes out. These two holes right here. These hold the breather on. They take long skinny ass bolts. I have no idea where they're at because I don't see them. Must be these things these days, I guess. So anyway, these go down, and what happens is that under here, this is real thin through here, and you can actually hydraulic the bottom of this bolt hole out, and then they will leak. I'm not sure why they would leak if you did that. Only if the gasket was leaking, I guess it would leak. But you know, I've had some Harley mechanics techs come buy heads from me because they blew the thing out and they were leaking down the bolt hole. So the way you stop that problem is you clean the crap out of the hole. So make sure there's no silicone in there, none of that crap, no dirt. The biggest thing is no cleaning solutions. So what I do is I just go in here and blow on them. Like, see a little cleaning solution came out. And just make sure one last cleanup of it. There you go. Add a little bit come out of 3 of the holes. So that just makes sure that's 100% clean, and that's what you want to do. So next thing is we want to turn the motor over a little bit. So I got my handy dandy turning utensil. I'm not sure where the piston's at right now. I felt the air balloon fast, so I know it was coming up. Okay, so I think I rotated most of the way through. I'll find out. The next thing is I got to put this thing up on top dead center on compression stroke. So my lifter's over here, so I know which cylinder to put all the valve stuff on and adjust the valves. It doesn't matter if you use this one or this one first, you just have to know where you're at. Now top dead center does not tell you where to put the valves at. You have to look to see where the lifters are at. See those two lifters there? Look like they're pretty high up in the air right now. These two over here, it looks like, well, that one's low and that one's high. So right now I think there's 3 valves are open right now, one's closed. So we have to rotate this motor until we find the spot where top dead center is. So if you put something like this in there to find out that spot, there's a piston there. You can bend this thing over and snap that piece off inside your motor. Very bad. If you use a Phillips screwdriver like this, goes in there like that. If you're stupid and lay it down like that, it's going to bend it. You got to hold it upright. And then it's hard to break this tip off. It's a lot stronger. So I use this. So this one's almost at top dead center. So we want to see right now, are these two lifters moving? Which I think they are. That means you're on the overlap stroke. That's where both these valves are open right now. That means this is the one that's going to be on the compression stroke. So I'm going to put the pliers over here. Move the motor back and forth and see if the lifters are moving. Okay, those lifters are not moving. How about these two up here? See how those ones are moving? Okay, that is on the compression stroke. I mean on the overlap stroke. This one back here is on the compression stroke because they're not moving, see? So that means when this piston's all the way up, which it was close to being, can't see in there, we're going to put the rear cylinder together first, it looks like. Alright, so let's go ahead and see what we got here. Okay, that's top dead center. go over here, double check to make sure the lifters are not moving. They are not. Go back and find the top dead center again. Right there. Okay, so now we can adjust both these valves together right here. If we had adjustable lifters or push rods. Now we don't have that on this motor. We have fixed push rods. We have black ones and silver ones. I have no idea which one's front or rear or intake exhaust. So what I do is I go like that, and you look at them. You got two short ones and two long ones. Okay, so it appears that the silver ones are the short ones. Short ones are going to be the ones that go straight up and down. Usually that's the intake. But I don't know on this motor. So, if you look at your push rods, if they go in those holes like that, this one's going off at an angle like this, and this one's going up and down straight. Obviously the straight one's going to be your shortest one. If you go on an angle, it takes longer, more length. So I would think it would be. Now you notice how this angle of this push rod matches the angle of the lifter, so that means that is the exhaust lifter, not over here. See, if you go like this and cross them, see how the covers don't match up very well? Everything's all twisted and screwed up looking, so it probably doesn't go that way. It probably goes this way. See, everything lines up better. These are the same height. There you go. Once again, these, another thing is you look at the height sticking up. Now, if we take these and reverse them, one hole. You can obviously see how this one's a lot taller than this one right here. So obviously this valve is going to be open. So another way of seeing it, that ain't right. It's wrong. So if you go like this, everything is good. So you just figure it out on your own. A little common sense goes a long ways. Or you can go read a book, go on Google, ask Laura, or whoever the hell that stupid phone thing is. Or use your brain. I use my brain. All that electronic stuff might not be around forever. Hopefully your brain is. Okay, so we know where our push rods are going to go. We need some covers. We have covers right here. Okay, the covers have O-rings on them. Maybe these things are right here. I already put new ones top. I got new ones on the bottom here and new ones up here on the top. So those are already all new. To change these rubbers out, you got to pull the whole motor apart, which is a pain in the ass. So we're going to replace these right now. So we're going to pull these out. We're going to look for 4 or something that looks the same over here. Usually if you get 4 or something that's the same, it's probably the correct ones. So it looks like we have 2 groups of O-rings over here that look like they're the same. You got those 4 and we got these 4. All these other ones are a little different. So the one that fits on the cover here is the one we're going to use. So here's one. That appears to fit on there. Here's another one. That one fits also a little tighter, but it fits. So, damn, we got 2 options here. Confusion, confusion. Now let's lay them on top of each other and see if they're the same O-ring. They appear to be, they're pretty much the same O-ring. So I'm guessing they duplicated this on us. The other thing is you take the old one you took out, you lay it together and see, damn, they all 3 stack up like they're the same. So there you go, you can use any one of those you want to use. So we can either use the bright glossy black ones or we can use the dull shitty ones. Your choice. Let's go with the nice shiny ones. I always think shiny ones are more new. Now these go together here. You got a spring. Well, you got a cover. You got a spring. You have a washer that supports the spring. gives you a flat surface. Then you have an O-ring. That's how it goes together. This is a tapered surface. It pushes on the O-ring, and that's what seals it. When you're all done, make sure it goes up and down. That one's good to go. Go to that one. Take the nice shiny one again. It works. It's a pretty hard task here. It's a job for the owner if he's around. He's playing today. There we go. There we go, the last one. Perfect. So we got all those ready to go. Now go back up to our motor. Take a little oil. Take our push rod, lubricate it. Take one of the covers, lay it in the hole over here. Drop the push rod down. Do the same thing again. Boom. That went pretty easy. We can do that again. We got more oil. And we got more covers. So you drop it through the cover automatically puts it down in the lifter. Now these are the same on both ends, so it doesn't matter which way you go. You gotta make sure the tips are nice and shiny and smooth too. These ones all look good. If they're uneven, nasty looking, sandblasted, rusty, or any other defect in them, replace them. They should be nice and smooth and round, and all that good stuff. Okay, so now we got to figure out all these parts over here for. So we have a bunch of gaskets here. We don't know what they're for. I thought this stuff was all for breathers. We only got one of these now. Thought we had two of those before. We got two of these. Got two more of these. Here's another one of those. This is all intake stuff, I think, for crap. So we got these ones here. We got these ones here. Oop. So I'm not sure which ones we're supposed to use. These are your cover gaskets. I know what those are. And then we got the base gasket over here. These ones. So make sure you run your wire. I don't know if the wire goes through this or no, it doesn't go through that because there's no hole in this cover like an S&S. So that means these go down low. That goes in there like that. Now, if you watch one of my other videos, I screwed this up by doing the same thing I just did. Just throw the gasket down. They're all the same. On an Evo, it doesn't matter. On a twin cam, evidently, this here trough is not on both sides, so it does matter which way the gasket goes down. See how we have a little bit of leakage right here? So evidently it does matter on a twin cam how you put the stupid gasket down. See how that works? That's out of the way. Looks like it goes this direction. There we go. Had to figure it out there. Alright, so that all lines up like it's supposed to be. There you go. Look at that. I figured that all by myself. That was the easy part. Okay, we got a nice good part here. I'm guessing there's an O-ring that goes in here. We got a couple of these fat things here laying around. It doesn't quite fit in there though. That'd be a pretty tight squeeze to go in there, so I'm guessing that's not what goes in there. What about this brown one here? Yeah, that looks good. Is it above the surface? It appears to be above the surface, so that means it'll work. So I'm thinking that goes in there. I don't see any provisions for any other seals on anything. So this should fit on top of the rocker box right here like this. Go like that. Oop, out of view again. Oh, this one still had an O-ring left. Look at that, a sample. I didn't need that. I figured it all by myself. Goes like that. So this goes up on top of here like this. Okay, now we want to make sure we got the best cover on the front edge. This one appears to be shinier in the front, so I think this came here. See, this one's all dirty. We'll put that in the middle. Okay, we'll put it together like that. Okay, now before we get too far, I want to put some lubricant on the valves. So you put them up the valve tips. Push rod tips. Let's go ahead and do the other head while I'm at it. It's kind of going together in pairs here. There you go. Okay, that one's all lubed up. Now we got our rocker arms over here. So this is where it's going to get more interesting. Okay, these have been cleaned so much there's probably more oil on the inside, so we have to relube these. We'll make sure the tips aren't all eaten up or anything, and make sure the push rod inside here is good too. Make sure the stand is not broken. These appear to be good. Okay, obviously this O-ring or gasket looks like it fits in there pretty good. I don't know what these are all about. I don't know what those are for. Okay, these over here apart. These got multiple seals in here. We got all kinds of crap in these things. Okay, so we got some gasket material in between here. See, this has like some plastic membrane on it. So this has our big rubber or filter thing, I guess. There's a screen in it. And a thick gasket. So this is our thick gaskets right here. That one's bad now. So we got to scrape all this crap off of here, now it looks like. Somebody disturbed it. Okay. That'll teach you to touch something. I got dirty. See? More work to do now. It doesn't want to come off. That's on there pretty good. See, I keep my fingers away from the front of this thing. There you go. One down. Let's get a little bit of that membrane material on there. Not sure all that crap is. Wipe that down. More of that junk on there. Plastic crap. Okay, this is a breather piece. So you can take this out, I guess. Get some brand new skinny ones in here. What's up with that? Obviously these are completely different. That one whole covers up everything. This one here doesn't cover up squat. What the hell is that supposed to do? Look at those holes that are open now. Those don't work. I'm going to keep the old ones in there. These are made correctly. Those other ones, nope. So we're going to eliminate that. Okay, I don't know why we got two of these. Is there a front and a back, top, bottom? Oh, there's two different styles. Look at that. You got a round hole and triangle shaped hole. Oh, geez. You got one of each. Oh, look at that. It goes this direction. Obviously, this is a round hole. Round hole goes like this. I'm assuming these are supposed to tear off or something. Not really. Oh, it does kind of tear. Yeah. That's what you want to do with your gasket, is tear it. Okay, those are different. Okay, so this looks like it's a round one. It goes with a round hole. Look at that. We get our base. Goes like that. Get our new ceiling piece. And then, now what do we do? We're not using this one, looks like. Because ours is shaped like this. So this goes together like this. Appears to be sealed all the way around. Yep, it's sealed all the way around. And that goes into this piece. There you go. There's your breather. You didn't think I could figure that out, did you? Junk. Plastic crap. So obviously there's a couple different variations of these breathers out there. That definitely is what we're going to keep that one again. Alright, let me get this cleaned up. We'll be back.